buy-in by being more positive about it and just saying, these are the reasons. If you just thought we're being punitive, guess what? We're really worried about our future and the future of our lake and the future of the people on the lake. You know, there are people pushing to have half of the beach for dogs on Sunday mornings, which doesn't deal with the issue at all. So I think that we should start like this. The signage is obviously not working. Agreed, that's why this came to our attention. And nor is the signage at Atwater Park working, because they're supposed to be on leashes on the park. So we'll get a new ordinance, we can get some publicity out there for it, and then maybe get onto a more positive campaign. It still has a penalty, but you're going to send the police down there to ticket all those people. I don't want to stop with that.
I've stopped people who didn't have their dog on a leash and said, you know, your dog needs to be on a leash. There were a woman with 2 large dogs. And she kind of yelled at me and gave me a hard time for saying to her, your dogs need to be leashed.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying there's already a culture out there.
There definitely is. And there are some studies that said both carrot and the stick were required in order to cause meaningful change. Especially, you know, there are some good studies of beaches out in California that had horrible beach health, and some combination of positive campaigning and just following through on the ordinance was what did the trick. But I do think we could do a lot with just encouraging more neighborly behavior.
Well, even if the chief sends someone there and, you know, just if we don't change the amount, but if we just start issuing some tickets, I think that would be helpful. You know.
So I have a specific thing on the ordinance question, but I also want to know, I actually am very happy that dogs will be allowed on these paved surfaces. I think that's, you know, a positive. There's a lot of dog owners who want to walk their dogs and get them exercise and to get through the park sometimes to get to where you're going. I am concerned that we're not allocating money at this moment because I don't like to do things piecemeal. And the companion piece to this ordinance change is the educational piece. And I don't like that we're not doing them together. I'm just brainstorming it for the second of where you find money. And we do have a marketing contract that potentially we could dedicate $5,000 for them to do some, I don't know, I'm brainstorming. But I feel like this is going to be a change. I don't want it to be a negative change. I want the residents to understand it, to feel comfortable with it.
What do you think the residents think the ordinance is now as opposed to what it will be?
I don't know what was, and I don't know
So
sitting here what it is.
Probably not a lot of people that even know, other than the sign at the beach is pretty clear. Right before you go into the
It's a
gate.
change because you're allowed dogs in the park, right?
I would recommend to start, if approved tonight, we will use our communication channels, including, I think, a great one is the Shorewood Today, as far as having this as an article that's featured in the Shorewood Today. And not necessarily saying a change, just doing more informative. Here's in general what the ordinance states. Here's some of the logic behind it, and even incorporating some of the facts that Elizabeth has mentioned, and starting in that direction with the magazine, which all residents receive.
I just don't want people, I would like to educate at the same time we change it, meaning, for the next month or two through Shorewood Today or any other method we have, and I'm not opposed to allocating $5,000 or something.
So we can come and ask you for the money, but I think if we start with that, I think there are several other events that are held during the summer.
I don't want to hold
that the bike rodeo,
I'm trying to get money
educational
today.
campaign.
I'm not holding it up.
No, that's appreciated.
No, because I just feel like there is tension once in a while between dog owners and non-dog owners. And, this, we could be doing it simultaneously. This would be our good opportunity of using $5,000 from somewhere.
I would, but I don't think it's our place to allocate with the $5,000 from the marketing department or budget.
we need to come up with what we would
Yeah.
want to do.
Yeah. What I
We
can
can't
do,
do it because
what I can
it's
do,
Right.
not agenda tonight.
what I would recommend is on the June meeting for Parks Commission, we'll give them an update, and we'll talk about communication strategies that we can do right away.
Right.
And then I can mention to them, here are all the different communication avenues that we have. And then
Maybe we need to change signage, or like you were
Yeah,
mentioning,
well,
more
mention that.
stands
following,
fact, or
yeah.
whatever it may be.
There's some really good budgeting material on the Puget Sound project as well. You know, I think the mud mitt stations, you know, which usually have an educational sign and a little dispenser and a garbage, I think those run $300 to $500 each, something like that. So once we know where we want those, potentially how many we want, what kind of signage we need, then we could come back. I don't think it's gonna be a huge budget, but I agree that some sort of outreach to the
We can put that in the articles too.
It's good.
Please watch for the
So
station.
my other technical question was, is it just sidewalks and streets? What are the paved surfaces that dogs are allowed on?
Any paved surface.
Any paid service.
Asphalt paved,
Mhm.
concrete,
Yeah, one thing that's not a
cobblestone? I'm just wondering if we want to specify to make it
I
very
don't
clear.
think you want to specify.
Okay.
I think there's, yeah. The only thing that I was concerned about, you know, when I was at the Parks Commission, Triangle Park is not included, because we figured, well, if someone wants to play fetch with a, you know, with a dog in a little Triangle Park, that's fine, you know, that's very far away from our waterways. The hiking path on the south side of Shorewood going to the lake is not included.
Nature preserve.
The nature preserve is not included in this, and that is a direct route to the beach and to Lake
It's not
Tom.
paved.
So it's not paved, but I do think the language is a little vague there, because only 3 parks are named in the ordinance, that one is not. So that may be something you want to consider. I don't want to be on the back side of dog owners, because I know it's fun, but
Allowed in those feet.
It's not just.
No, it's saying it's, it
Yeah.
doesn't decide the other, it's just talking where it needs
Right, we don't want to just have.
And I think we're about to vote, but just before we do, I just wanted to add, lest there be any doubt about the validity or the applicability of some of that data and studies that the EPA did. I have worked with many colleagues and we worked on projects in Door County on Lake Michigan, on inland lakes in Waukesha County, and on Lake Michigan in Illinois, in Indiana, actually speciating contaminants in the water. And it's true. It's dogs and then birds and then other stuff.
And is this 6 feet off? Like, you're on the paved surface, but if the dog, is it okay if your dog is on a leash that's 6 feet and it goes to the bathroom off the paved surface? I think it is.
Yeah, well, because I don't think we can
We're not gonna
force
answer
a dog to stay on the paved surface.
Right.
So I think that's where, and not to be like super silly with that, but I think that's where, you know, of course, I think in our police department will know that, you know, there's gonna be some flexibility there as far as where dogs.
The human must be on the paved surface.
There.
I don't know if you want to amend or.
No, I
say
don't
that,
think
but-
we should say
But
that.
I think in general, you know, the point is,
When I
stick
get off
with the paved surface,
pick up my
as
dog.
long as you're around the paved surface, that would suffice.
And clean up after.
Yes.
yeah.
So I
Different ordinance.
we don't have a
No.
motion yet.
Oh, we don't?
Maybe she's trying.
I had, there's a section 1C dealing with visual, that exempts visually
Right.
impaired, hearing impaired, or first.
Service dogs.
That's the Wisconsin definition for service dogs, which is narrower than the ADA requirement, so I sent Nathan the ADA to replace that section to read an individual with a disability who is utilizing service dog that has been individually trained to do work or perform tasks for the individual with a disability. The tasks performed by the dog must directly relate to the person's disability. The service dog must be under control of the handler at all times. So this is the ADA definition, because it encompasses, service dogs now do epilepsy, seizure,
Yeah, they do.
diabetes.
They,
It's a much broader group than just the visually impaired population. The other thing that was mentioned, this does not include the nature preserve. It also, we now own the property north of Hubbard. So as I mentioned in a prior board meetings, we really need to revisit this whole section 400 to identify, either incorporate the area north of Hubbard as part of Hubbard. And we got Humboldt Park that's not listed, which is across from River Park at the corner there, at Oakland.
Next to the paint store.
Paint store. We got the and the nation. So we really need to get into these ordinances and also address, as now that we own the and we'll have a trail along the river. We need to manage that, and we need ordinances and sections that manage that, and we can look to how the county manages
Wait,
that.
before you go that way.
Yes,
We investigated what the county doesn't do
right,
in terms of dogs, and what's allowed on Oak Leaf Trail, et cetera.
right.
So we got a long way in terms of what the county controls and what we can say about what they control. And that's why we are allowing dogs walking through Howard, because the county allows dogs along the river.
I'm
And
just
so
saying,
there's a group that needs some
Yes.
help to say, hey, no
That's
dogs.
something I'll be working with.
Yeah, because we have to address this. Can you run your dog loose once you get north of the lodge in Hubbard and down the nature preserve? I mean, I think we definitely need to look at the management of those areas. There's a lot of foraging, off-road biking, how you, there's
Oh,
a
that's a different
sanctuary
question,
area.
right.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of management issues that we haven't really got into.
Right.
Does that affect us right now?
Well,
No, I was just saying.
he's going to be the new person for the Parks Committee. He can tell us all those things.
Since we brought up Puget Sound several times, coincidentally, in the Puget Sound region, in Seattle and that whole area where I've lived a couple of times, there are many services provided by trained border collies and other working dogs to help remove the geese population from private and public areas.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that, I mean, I know your stats and I understand the EPA and other aspects, and 40% of people nationally or worldwide, I'm not sure. But demographic specific, you know, I would just warn a guess that our population is we have many fewer people in Shorewood that don't clean up after their dog. We're densely populated. It's a very educated community. It's a small town where your neighbors see a lot. And so there's a lot of policing, you know, neighborhood policing by, I'm getting tired right now. But,
I would make a motion to approve ordinance number
2076.
I'll save my comments for the comments.
An ordinance allowing dogs to be walked on paved surfaces of village parks.
With the amendment.
With the approach amendment to section
Oh, yeah.
1C1.
ADA, language.
Second.
Further discussion?
I will mention that I don't know how many people in Shorewood own dogs, a lot of people, but it's not just, we don't want to just protect the environment. We should do this concurrently with also remembering that the health and well-being of the dogs and dog owners is, you know, part of the walking your dog. You don't want, we have small lots in Shorewood. Not everyone has a fenced-in yard. There are very few areas. I know we have a dog park, but as a dog owner, telling you, if you take your dog to the dog park, it's not always clean or well controlled.
Even though they're educated people who bring their dogs.
Not everyone, I mean, yes, but I'm just saying that I'm glad that we're dog friendly. I want to remind us that we want to make sure that we're friendly as far as health and well-being of everyone, including the dog owner. So limiting where dogs can go can also adversely affect that.
Okay.
But thank you for your work.
Call the question? Be a roll call vote?
Trustee Bachman.
Yes.
Trustee Malker. Trustee Rosa.
Thank you.
Trustee Zodi.
Aye.
Trustee Mensa. President Johnson. The vote is 6-0.
So I'll see you guys tomorrow at Atwater on the paved area with me.
Above the fence.
I'll be there.
Okay, let's go on here.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so the first one is 9B1, KP&L consideration of resolution creating the fee for permits for Atwater Park.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to handle this live.
Can I mention as an introduction since I'm JP&L?
Oh, sorry, oh yeah, go right on.
So what we're being asked to do is to create a resolution to an existing ordinance, right, that already, so it's, and we are, to create a fee for the permit, and this ordinance is already on the book, so we're not being asked to rewrite the whole ordinance tonight, we're just adding the fee, which is in the form of a resolution, right?
Correct.
Thank you.
And the one thing is, if we want to go, I mean, we have 2 requests in, so, you know, we need to give them a response. We can't without the board adopting a fee. If you want to look more into qualifications or something like that, that might be something that would be good for like the Parks Commission or something to review. So if that's something that you want to add as an amendment, as far as the motion to have the Parks Commission review, you know, what the qualifications or whatnot would be, that could be something that I would be open and just wanted to pitch for the board to discuss.
If there's no fee established right now, even if they have approval, they just don't pay any fee and they get to do it,
Correct.
right?
Well-
Actually, what it says is, when you apply for it, it says that the required fee shall be established by the village board. So-
That is established, but if there isn't one established, I assume we're just giving them permission.
Well, there's 2 different, other ordinances say, as established by the fee schedule. So you look at the fee schedule. Here, theoretically, you know, piecemeal, case-by-case basis, every time somebody wanted to, you know, to do it in a park, which my understanding is would not want to do.
And the staff recommendation for this was the $25 for the fee application and $5 per day for the event.
I just wanted to clarify because I think we're saying